Don't you think it's crazy how all of the millions of adverts you'll see around alcohol on television are glamorous, amazing lifestyles, having fun? Do you ever see an advert around alcohol showing the bed rotting, the hangover, and the state that people are in when they drink? You don't. In this video, I want to talk about why the marketing behind alcohol is so powerful and unpack and unpick some of the psychological techniques that marketing brands use to get you drinking alcohol. Why would this video be for you? If you're someone that wants to step out of the room and realize what's happening around them and make autonomous choices around whether they drink or not, then this video is going to help you do exactly that. Let's get started, but before we do, make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you want alcohol-free content. If you're sober curious, I'm here for you every Sunday. Let's start off first talking about the power of branding. Now, as someone that works in social media and works with brands, I understand how powerful creating a brand identity is, creating a feeling, a community, an identity around that brand is going to have a huge impact, if you do it right, on how you sell your product. And when it comes to alcohol, it's about creating this vision of lifestyle, of having fun, of aspiration, of this thing will give you something exciting, amazing, and positive in your life. If you think about it, alcohol brands spend millions, hundreds of millions to create this feeling of lifestyle. If you look at a lot of the adverts, yes, they might mention and say, oh, this drink tastes nice, or it's a smooth drink, or whatever, crisp alcohol. But most of the advertising is about seeing a cool looking person at the bar with their friends, or a cool looking person stood there after a busy day at work having a drink, really happy, celebrating, out in the sunshine. Often you see lager brands with someone surfing, they're coming out of the surf with a cool beer. What are they doing? They're trying to sell a lifestyle. It is an idea that if you buy this drink, you are going to be part of that club, part of that brand, part of that vision that they're selling you, and that is so powerful. And once you become aware of that and what's happening, and now the next time you see an advert like that, you're going to be able to say, oh, hang on, I know what's going on here. And it's incredibly powerful, and it happens on a conscious but also on a subconscious level. You know, if you're seeing this time and time again, you know, on the bus advert on the side of the road, you know, if you're seeing it on the television, if you're seeing it on social media, booze, lifestyle, fun, booze, aspirational, booze, good life, that sinks in and it affects the choices you make in your life. And if you don't believe me, think of it this way. Would brands spend hundreds of millions of pounds on creating a brand identity and a brand lifestyle if it didn't sell booze? Next, let's talk about how these brands play with your emotions. So what they do is they identify key things that we want to either feel or not feel in terms of emotions and provide a solution to that. Here, alcohol is the solution. Let's talk about celebrations. So much of the time, 95% of the time, alcohol is a central part of celebrations. Why? Because we have been told and sold this idea that to celebrate, to be joyous, to be excited, to be marking an occasion, alcohol is the perfect way to do that. And it's not by accident. This has happened because we've been told that that is the best way to do it. Think about stress. Think about how many adverts there are where people are finishing, you know, they're in the suit and they've got the briefcase, busy day at work, put the briefcase down, sit down with a group of mates in a very cool bar, they're all looking very attractive and really cool, and they're having a drink. They're providing a solution to your stress. Have a drink, you'll de-stress, and while you're doing that, you'll have fun and you'll look really cool. Enjoyment and happiness is a really core one. Alcohol brands sell the idea that if you want to feel joy and enjoyment and happiness, alcohol's a great way of doing that. And again, as I said at the start of the video, how many times do you see alcohol brands showing people hungover or unhappy, or the arguments they have when they drink, or, you know, being sick because they've drunk too much alcohol? You don't see that. What they're showing you is, if you want to have fun, alcohol is the perfect way to do it. They're not showing you the other side of things. And I think that is something that you've really got to realize. They're not telling you when you feel sad, alcohol makes it worse, which we know is a big thing. Anxiousness, if you drink, is going to make it worse. They're not going to show you these things. They're picking aspirational emotions or things that you want to feel, like if you're stressed, you want to feel less stressed. If you're bored, you want to feel excited. And they're providing this solution. Alcohol, here, have this, and it will solve all of your problems. And of course it doesn't. It doesn't. And there's lots of other ways. I'm not saying people haven't had fun or I haven't had fun while drinking alcohol. What I'm trying to say is it is not the pedestal, this is the answer to everything, that you can't have fun otherwise. It is such a clever clever marketing tool. Play on people's emotions and they'll spend money. Simple as that. Let's talk social influence. This is a really big one. So we know that people will follow aspirational people. They'll also follow the crowd. So if you're seeing key people of influence, KPIs, key person of influence individuals posting with alcohol or in television adverts, there's plenty of people I can think of that are really famous, that have huge reach, that people really aspire to. A lot of these people are ex-sports people or sporting people. What do? You stick an advert up with them looking really cool, enjoying the drink. What does that do? That's like, well, for someone watching who aspires to be that person, well, they're going to have a drink. So that is something I want to do. And it's not necessarily something that is overtly conscious. A lot of this stuff is playing on your subconscious. It's also appealing to younger people. And younger people see these things. They think, well, I want to grow up and I want to be that person. That's really cool. They're really cool. What do? We follow the lead. And there's a good reason why, brands do use these people, because it works. They spend a lot of money. They pay people, especially these really big names, huge amounts of money to go on their television adverts. And they're spending that money again. Why? Because it works. And ultimately, again, it builds into this brand identity. It builds into this lifestyle, this feeling of, oh, it's cool, it's fun, it's going to be a solution to my problems or solution to things that I want to enjoy and feel. And look, this really cool person's doing it. It's so clever and it's so powerful. So what is the result of these tactics? Well, you've got some of the smartest minds in marketing, and huge budgets behind, these marketing programs to sell alcohol because they know that it works. And the truth is, most of it is about hitting it on different levels. It is about advertising in different places, at different moments, playing on different parts of your psychology. So it might be, as we said, the aspirational side. It might be that you want to de-stress. It might be that you want to be part of a cool club and you feel like that's how you belong, that's how you have community. And by doing this on a multifaceted, multi-level, multi-layered approach to marketing, it has a profound impact. And over time, when people have grown up with these adverts, it's so successful. It just gets people into thinking like alcohol is the part of life. Alcohol, go to university, you drink. What do you at university? Yeah, go to uni and booze. Why? Where does that come from? Because they've advertised to, young adults that alcohol's fun. Fun. You want to go to university and have fun? Drink. So what happens over time when you do these tactics and you spend lots of money, it gets lots of people drinking. So all I wanted to do in this video, and I hope that I've achieved, is get people just to see what's going on. I mean, look, a lot of you are aware of this already, but sometimes we're aware of this stuff, or you may well watch this and say, you've not told me anything new, I know all this stuff. But it's being aware and consciously, in your life, acknowledging and present to the fact of what is going on, so that you're aware what's happening to you. It's kind of like knowing on your phone that you're being sold to. If you know you're being sold to, that's fine. It's why, as an influencer, when I post, say I work with a brand, say I work with someone, I've worked with like La Roche-Posay, skincare brand for many years. When I post with them, I need to say that it's an ad. There's nothing wrong with advertising. Advertising is important. Loads of businesses grow their businesses by advertising. It is not in itself wrong at all. It's about being transparent. And I think the bit around alcohol is that if we're completely honest, we're not giving the full story because we're not showing the other side of what alcohol is, and we're promising things that alcohol really can't deliver. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. It's a topic of conversation that I think we could be sit here and talk about it forever, really. But I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. And please do keep supporting each other. Lots of you have continued on your alcohol-free journey. So many of you have gone sober. And it's so cool to see. I want to hear your experiences and your thoughts. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you and take care.